individuals. Learn
So
from
you are all
experts
welcome.
and gain valuable
Welcome,
insights
everyone.
to
Welcome.
shape your future. Don't forget to mark your calendar. Together, we can build a
Okay.
better future and a better Ghana.
So let's pray as we begin.
Are you a national service person
Father,
ready
we
to make
thank
a
you.
difference?
Bless
Do
your
you
name.
want to discover your purpose, overcome
you for
fears
another
and
day.
doubt, build a strong
Thank you for another
personality, break free from harmful
you have
habits, or excel in your 1-year
Today we
NSS
are here
journey?
to
Worry no more,
receive from
because
you,
the witnesses come your way with an informative
us,
and
to enlighten
educative
us.
monthly conference.
I ask, oh God, help us, grant us
Are you a
understanding,
national service
open
person
our
ready
eyes
to make a
see.
difference? Do you want
In
to
Jesus'
discover
name
your
we have
purpose,
prayed.
overcome
Amen.
fears and doubt, build a strong personality, break free from harmful habits, or excel
So I
in
want
your
to
1-year
welcome
NSS journey? Worry no
all of
more,
us to
because the witnesses come your way with an informative
today's
and
session
educative.
of the monthly NSS conference. This is a conference to create an opportunity to bring things to bear that pertain to national service. You know, there's so much about national service. How do you position yourself? What are the things you can learn? What are the things to note during your national service period? So this is such avenue to grant that opportunity. And we'll be meeting once every month. So it's not like weekly or daily kind of thing. But we are willing to have a very comprehensive and holistic time. We are going to touch on a number of areas. You know, human being is both spirit, body, soul. All these three things make human. So we are going to touch on every area that has to do with body, soul, and spirit. Okay, so you are in for a great thing. Can I have about 2 people, because of our time, about 2 people tell us where they are having their national service currently? 2 people. Anyone, don't be shy, please.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Bernard.
Yeah, so my name is Bernard Eji, and I'm having my service at the KNUST Museum currently. Thank you.
Oh, okay. That's great to know. Thank you for joining in, Bernard.
Thank you, sir.
Anyone else?
Hello, please, my name is Ruth from JC, and I'm having my NSS at Ropeak Limited, Sunyani. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining in from Sunyani. So we have people joining in from Sunyani, Kumasi. You can also put it, you can type it in the chat box on the page. Very, very welcome. And I want all of us to know that we are live on YouTube as well. So we are in for a big thing. Now we are talking about what I wish I knew. What I wish I knew. Let me ask one more person. Ata Owusu Ansa Junior. Hello, Ata. If you can hear me and if you can unmute. I don't know if he has been muted. Okay. Ata, you can speak. You can unmute and speak now. Your microphone has been activated. Okay, so we want to know your expectation. What are some of the expectation you are having for such conferences and engagements? What are some of the expectation you are having? Would anyone want to share with us? Just a person, and then we kickstart. I know you have expectations, and you want to share with us. Yeah, any expectation? Anyone? We don't have much time at hand. So once again, I welcome each and everyone to today's session over here. We are talking about what I wish I knew before national service. Some of the things I wish I knew. Somebody should have told me about this before starting my national service. Okay, so we'll be making reference to some materials, and one of them will be the Bible. One of them will be the Bible. There's some very, very pronounced reference to these scriptures, and we'll have some discussion about it. So please feel free to speak. We may have in coming some other facilitators and also speakers towards this national service conferences. Okay, so at your area of service, at your place of service, wherever you find yourself, I'm sure you've gone through orientation. There have been some form of orientation period. You were told this and this is required of you. You do this, you do that. Your superior of reporting is this person, and a whole lot of things about what the company is about, what the institution you are having your service. It's all about what they stand for, what they would not accept, and the things they are in for, they will say kudos to. I'm sure by now you've received some orientation in that area. Now, amidst all these things that you have been told, right? There are certain unwritten rules, certain unwritten laws at your place of national service. And this principle is applicable whether you are doing your service or not. Okay, this principle is everywhere. So probably you are working somewhere or you'll be working somewhere, whoever you are joining in here. Okay, there are certain unwritten laws. Nobody will tell you those things, but they are there. Nobody's going to tell you, but they are there. Okay, so there are certain unwritten laws at the place where you are having your service, places where you are staying, a new place, a place of work, a place of transfer. There are certain unwritten laws, and you may not be aware. You are the new person. You may not be aware that, hey, this kind of thing was here. People were thinking like this. You may not be aware that there's such a thing in that area, you know. So when you come in as a service person, when you come in as a worker, you come in as a fresh person, a newbie, an amateur to the ring, you are brought in. They're not so much perturbed about anything you put there so far. They're not perturbed at all. Okay, for me, I'm this, I'm that. They ask you, so what's your vision for the company? Where do you see yourself? Then you say certain things and rattle a number of things. They are not moved by all those things. Oh. They are not moved about it at all. Nothing moves them on that. No. They've seen people come in so many times. In fact, those who just completed their national service, they saw similar things. So sometimes they tell them all these things you are doing. We have seen you people. You are coming early and all this thing. We have seen it. We are giving you just 3 months. You stop doing all these things. You come, you put your table in order and all those things. They are not perturbed about anything you see to be a big deal to you, you want to put out there. Why? They've seen similar people. Probably they themselves, when they came in, it was so. Okay, they put in those kind of thing, and then some point in time, it just fell into water. So it's not a new thing. They see you trying to do all those stuff. You come in the morning, you are praying at your decks, and then all those things. They are not moved by all those things. Okay, so they are unwritten laws. There are certain unwritten laws. Okay, so they really know how things will go. I've had people tell me that they go to a place and then they are Christians, so they put out their Christian life out there. People come in, oh, let's go to the club, let's go to the bar, let's go to the sport, let's take this alcohol, and they say, oh no, I'm a Christian, I don't take that, and they laugh. Which Christian? Are we also not Christian? Are we also not this? So they are not perturbed about anything you are putting out there. They are not worried about anything you are showing. They are not worried at all. It doesn't move them. It doesn't do anything to them. Yeah. These unwritten laws, as I was saying, are things that they're expecting to happen. Everybody who seems to come into that terrain becomes a victim or submits to this unwritten law. You may not be aware. In certain areas, certain places, they know that any national service girl that comes there, before she leaves, they'll clear her. Yeah, it's something they know. They are aware. It happens every year. In fact, those who even do check thing, we them cry. Simple. It happens, and they are aware. These are unwritten laws. They are not in the manual. They didn't tell you about this during the orientation. It is there. It is almost becoming a system that people fall victim into. Oh, I'm going to church on Sunday. I will not do extra time and all those things because it's my church service period and the rest. So when you are saying all of those things, they just watch you because that's how you wait. When you need money, you start doing all these things. You even forget about church on Sunday in order to make some extra cash and all that. They are aware. They are used to these things. These are unwritten laws. And sometimes, I should tell you, sometimes it is a bet. Yes. Sometimes it is a bet. There is a bet on it. There's a bet. Oh, you see this girl. You just give me 2 weeks. Just 2 weeks. It's a bet. Let's go on a bet. Sometimes it's a bet. It's an unwritten law. You don't know about it. It's a bet. People just get closer to you. All that nice. I'm not saying that all those who are nice are having that agenda, but I'm telling you the subtle thing that can be on the ground. Oh, let me pick you after work. Let me escort you here. It could be a bet to achieve something, to add you to the already unwritten law, to just check you out, for you to be added to the list that have already been taken advantage of. So if you are going to survive in such a terrain, you must be aware. But most of the time, we are ignorant. Most of the time, we are not even aware such a thing exists. We are not aware at all. Okay, so there are 3 levels of this bet. 3 levels of this bet. 3. I'm going to share 3 bets that could happen. One of them is bets among humans. Bets among humans. Okay, there's a challenge, there's a bet, but it emanates among humans. Let's refer to Daniel chapter 1 from verse 1 through to 7. Daniel chapter 1 from verse 1 through to 7. And I'd like us to read from the Message Bible. If you have a Message Bible, we'll be making reference to Daniel chapter 1 from verse 1 through to 7. So let's read it together. It was the 3rd year of the king Jehoiakim's reign in Judah when King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon declared war on Jerusalem and besieged the city. The master, that is God, the master handed King Jehoiakim of Judah over to Nebuchadnezzar. It was God who changed power here. So he was handed over. Okay. Along with some of the furnishings from the temple of God. Nebuchadnezzar took king and furnishings to the country of Babylon in the sacred treasuries. Verse 3. The king told Ashpenaz, that was his chief chamberlain, head of the palace staff, to get some Israelites from the royal family and nobility. Now, let's relate this to your national service. Your tertiary institution has trained you and they've handed you over to your place of service. You've been posted. Probably you did a special posting. Whatever situation it was, okay, now you are doing your service. So you'll be handed over. So the king told the chief staff that look among the children of Israel, people from the royal family. So look out of the people who are doing the national service now. People who say, I'm a royal priesthood, I'm the righteousness of God, I'm a Christian, I'm this. Look among them, the royal family and people of nobility. Verse 4. He said, young men, young women, young men who were healthy. Look at the category. Young men who were healthy, handsome, intelligent, and well educated. Good prospects for leadership positions in the government. Perfect specimens. And indoctrinate them in the Babylonian language, law of magic and fortune telling. Oh God. Can you see that? Choose people who are good looking, beautiful ladies, ladies who are classy, those who have the physique. Choose them. Don't allow them to share. Be sharp. Choose them, grab them. Young men, young women that are healthy, handsome, beautiful, intelligent, well educated, those who have articulation. Choose them. Perfect specimen. And indoctrinate them in the Babylonian language. Touch those people. It is out of the people who are of nobility, out of those who say, I'm Christian, and all those things. I won't do this. I came here to learn skills and the rest. So I'm here for my national service. I'm taking it serious. He said, catch them, catch those people. And now train them in the worldly things, Babylonian things. You remember the Babylonian spirit in the book of Revelation. The woman seated, Babylon, which is declared that he has made the entire world to follow her immorality and fornication. Babylonian language. For here, we don't say it like that. Oh, here is boys, we say it this way. They are trying to indoctrinate you in the system. And law of magic and fortune telling, even some level of demonic things, bring them in. Verse 5. The king then ordered that they be served from the same menu as the royal table, the best food, the finest wine. Oh, that place of temptation, appetite. Give them the best food. Tempt them with the best provisions, with the best exposure. Oh, we'll take you to the beach. Have you been to the nightclub before? You've not been to the nightclub and you were in the university. Really, we'll take you to a certain nightclub. You know, it will change your ideology about life. When we take you there, we're going to give you an experience of your time. We're going to tell you all of this. Serve them the best food and the best wine. And after 3 years of training, they should be given position in the king's court. So for Daniel here, it was for 3 years. Your service is 1 year. Put them into this training, expose them to this. And this way, human beings are given the best. Now let's continue. Verse 6. 4 young men from Judah, Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah were among those selected. So there were a number of people, but these 4 guys were among those who were selected. Okay. Verse 7. The head of the palace staff gave them Babylonian names. Daniel was named Belteshazzar. Hananiah was named Shadrach. Mishael was named Meshach. And Azariah was named Abednego. Can you see that? Their identities were changed. But you know that among all of these guys, if you are familiar with this story, you know that Daniel was the only one that sustained his name, Daniel, as we frequently will call him. And the rest of them will call them by their Babylonian names. We'll come to that at the latter stage. We'll come to that. Now they were to be indoctrinated. They have been given an assignment by the chief staff in this palace. Catch them. Select the good-looking ones. Select the intelligent one. Select the one that you see and bring her to me, just like your place of service. And then train them in the Babylonian things. Train them in things that are not godly, that have nothing to do with church and God and all those things. No, we don't have time for those things. Your place of service can create such similar atmosphere as described here. It's not strange at all. It's just that you didn't know. You thought all what you're coming to do over there is to do accounting. But they have certain interests beyond accounting you were brought in to do. You think the reason why you came there is to just follow as a PA, and then at the end of the month, a person signs your monthly evaluation, and then you submit it to your directorate. That is what you think. But I want to tell you that there is more to it than what you think. Your agenda, oh, I'm here to learn you things, to beef my CV and all those. Somebody else has a different ideology. Every year, service persons, you have been doing for years, you are not new. He's going to try it on you. You are not new. She's going to try it on you. Oh, yes. They know. It's just that you are not aware. And some people have gone on a bet for this. They're on a bet for this. Now, let's look at the second one, the second bet. So the first bet could be among humans. So certain people can bet, oh, this girl, I will take her. Sometimes whilst they are doing the orientation, people are choosing who they are going to, clear, who they are going to date, who they are going to sleep with, who they are going to have an affair with. They've done all these things. These are real things ongoing. You cannot be ignorant of these. People are already choosing who they'll be introducing to stuff, to things, to their club, to their drinking habits, to their smoking no, they just made a list already. You are not aware that you have been chosen for that. So the provision of the best food, choicest food, meat and wine to Daniel was not because they really had their personal interest, but because they want to change their identity, to see what the Babylonian system will give them. They don't want them to carry this Israel thing, Jew thing around here. No. They wanted to choose them because they were good looking, they were intelligent, but it's beyond that. They had another agenda, an unwritten rule. And there is an unwritten rule where you are doing your service. The second is among spirits. The first one is among human beings. There's that one. There's also one among spirits. Among spirits. Among spirits. Let's go to that. The book of Job, chapter 1. From also reading the Message translation. So if you have any question, kindly type them down. You can type them in the chat. I will see them and then they'll be addressed. Yes. Okay, so let's go. Job chapter 1 from verse 1 through to 12. Let's do the reading. Job was a man who lived in Uz, or Uz, if you may call it that way. He was honest inside out. Wow, that's a good thing. He was honest inside out. A man of his word. Wow. Who was totally devoted to God and hated evil with passion. He hated evil with a passion. I love Job. Verse 2. He had 7 sons and 3 daughters. That's massive. Verse 3. He was also very wealthy. 7,000 head of sheep, 3,000 camels, 700 teams of oxen, 500 donkeys, and a huge staff of servants. Wow. The most influential man in all the East. This was Job, a man who fears God, right? Verse 4. His sons used to have tents, hosting parties in their home, always inviting their 3 sisters to join them in their merrymaking. Well, when the parties were over, Job would get up early in the morning and sacrifice a burnt offering for each of his children, and thinking one of them in God inwardly. Job made it a habit of his sacrificial atonement just in case they have sinned. That's a good father. Verse 6. One day when the angels came to report to God, so like a monthly report, annual report kind of thing. So when they came to report to God, this and this are going on, Satan was the designated accuser along them. Here's where things get winding down. God signaled out Satan. God singled out Satan, and said, what have you been up to? Satan answered God, going here and there, checking things out on earth. God said to Satan, have you noticed my friend Job? Wow. Can God call you a friend? Have you noticed this young getting to this company to do his service? Have you noticed him? Have you seen him? Spirits are now making a bet. They are bargaining some grounds here. Have you seen him? And then God says, there is no one quite like him. There's no one quite like him. and true to his word. Sorry. Totally devoted to God and hating evil. Wow. That's a great introduction to be given by God, who sees all things, sees the secret things you do, sees your heart. He said he's very honest and true to his word, totally devoted to God and hating evil. And then Satan retorted, so do you think Job does all that out of sheer goodness of heart? Do you think? Why no one? Why? No one ever had it good so. You pamper him like a pet. Make sure nothing bad ever happens to him or his family or his possession. Bless everything he does. He can't lose. But what do you think would happen if you reached down and took away everything that is his? He will curse you right in your face. That's what God replied. We will see. Go ahead. What you want with all that is his. Don't hurt him. Okay? Then Satan left the presence of God quickly into action. Hmm. Could it be that at your place of service, God and Satan have made a bet over you? Oh, this place, anybody that come here to do service, by the time they go, the guys have slept with them. That's what Satan is saying before God. And God said, what? You don't know this girl. You don't know the university is coming from, eh? You don't know the kind of boys that were in a DM, but she never gave in. That has been her record. God talked about the record of growth. And he was true to his word. She will go to church every Sunday. She will never. Then Satan is saying, do you think, let her not receive some pay? She'll start following man right about now. The record of growth. Then God says, Satan, go ahead, do it. Let's see. We will see. Could it be that spirits have made bet over you? Oh, for me, I'm a Christian. I will follow God and everything. Then the witches in your family say, oh, this girl, she'll fall right now. She'll fall right now. Now, she'll deny God. And here you are doing this. You don't know. You didn't know that was part of the national service. It was not part of your job description. They didn't tell you. I'm here to tell you that some things that you may not know at your point of doing your national service. Probably at where you are working. Anywhere you find yourself. A new place, a new workplace, a new apartment. The guys over there know that this girl will just clear her. And they know what to go for. And you fit that description. And they're going to set their eyes on you. And you must be aware. You must be aware. So spirits can also bet over you. Yes. I don't know where you find yourself now and the bets that humans have made about you. I don't know where you find yourself now at your place of service and spirits have bets over you that we are going to bring her down. We are going to bring him down. We'll quench his fire. He's here praying every morning, doing quiet time. We'll kill it. They've made a bet. They've made it. It's just that you are not aware. But I'm making you aware today. There are unwritten laws. Nobody will tell you, but I'm telling you now. You may not have seen it anywhere, not even in the handover notes. No, you won't see that. They are unwritten laws. Unwritten laws. Don't be excited yet. There are things to be done. Now, the third one I'm telling you, the third bet. So I've mentioned that there's a bet made by humans. There's also one made by spirit, and there's another made by yourself your own bed. Your own bed. Let's go back to the book of Daniel. Daniel chapter 1, from verses 8 through to 17. Daniel chapter 1, verses 8 through to 17. We're reading from the Message translation. Now let's go. It says, but Daniel, I like that, but Daniel. At the first point, there have been some human who have sworn that this unwritten law that you don't know about, they are going to do it to you. Where you can say you're praying and the rest. You will fall, your fire will go there right now. What have we seen? We've seen those people who came here. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He was even part of this who were check, crife. Now, forget. You will come down. You come. It's a matter of time. They know. So they are telling you. But Bible says, but Daniel. But Daniel. I wish you can put this but and put your name here. But Samuel. But put your name over there. But Daniel determined. This is also another bet. But Daniel determined that he will not defile himself by eating the king's food. He determined that he was not going to fail God. She determined that she's not going to fall into that trap, no matter the juicy offer they give. No matter how it looks, no matter how subtle, you just go there for service. The guy is already telling you he likes you and he wants to date you and the rest. He has sent you some money account. And for me, I didn't send him. He sent it to me. Well, I didn't send it to me. I'll take. You don't know what's up. You have no idea. They are serving the king's food. They are serving the fine wine. But Daniel decided that as for him, he will not defile himself. Now look at something here. There were 4 people. Let me take it step by step. One, the choosing was done out of the children of Israel. In our text, in our context, people who are Christians. And out of the Christians, 4 people were unique. Daniel, Azariah, and then Mishael, and then Hananiah. Right? Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, and Daniel. These 4 were exceptional. But among these exceptional people, Daniel decided. I don't know why Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego didn't decide on this one, but Daniel decided. You may have gone there with a colleague. You may have met someone who is also a Christian like you. So you think, oh, that we are going to stroll together. We are going to pray together. We are going to keep our spiritual fire on and the rest. Along the line, they may not be determined. But you can make that determination. You can make that choice. But Daniel determined. He was exceptional among the exceptional people. He was just iconic. But Daniel determined. Going to the same church, serving under the sister. But Daniel determined. I don't know whether you are just there, you've not made any determination. You said something, you will never find myself here. I will never go to a nightclub. What am I going to find over there? It's going to do this. Online, okay, and all that can happen. So I will, if they give no and you follow them, I don't get admit. No, but that he will file his writing. It was not that the way he would, if he determined. It is good, clean food. Will you get clean food? Hey, it was the general manager calling you for a date and you won't go. NSS person. Can you imagine? You won't go, you won't give it to him. Daniel decided, no matter who makes this proposal, no matter who brings this, I am not going to defeat myself. It's my prayer for you. You have such a determination. Yes, they can call it a wild one, but I want you to have determination. I want you to have that determination. Okay. He asked the head of the palace staff, him from the royal diet. Daniel said, "This is what I'm going to take the to which the chiefs, his superiors, this thing, I don't do those things. I can never." Okay, so whenever you're planning exert, I'm sure other guys will be like, dude, why would that? Verse 9, the head of the palace staff grace Daniel, him, I am afraid of what my master the king do. He who has the person who called me to is not the CEO, if I'm telling you, but that he'll never matter who. And if he sees that you are healthy, first, he will have my head. If he sees that you are not accepting the proposal, he will not file your monthly evaluation. But Daniel appealed to the steward, been assigned by the head of the palace to be in charge of Daniel and Nazareth and trust for this of vegetable and compare us with a young eat and make your dish of worship. So he consented to them and Daniel persuaded, madam, please just take me out of this. Okay, I will not be available on Friday night. Please, I will not be. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry, but I am not like that. Please, I wish you could respect my opinion on this. Please, no, I'm never going to give in to it. Daniel persuaded, and then he consented. I should prove it for this. Verse 15. And at the end of 10 days, they looked better. Wow, more robust than all the others who had been eating from the royal menu. Those have been eating in the office, going out, dating their superiors at the national service arena, and all those things. Those who refrained were better off than them. Verse 16. So the steward continued to exempt them from the royal menu of food and drink and serve them only vegetables. If you are to eat only vegetables, if all that you can afford is kivo gari, because you have decided not to be going with them on those their dates and all those kind of things, you'll be helping yourself and God will be proud of you. Verse 17, what happened? God gave these young men, these 4 young men, knowledge, skill in both books and life. Wow. God gave these young men knowledge and skill in books and life. In addition, look at that. In addition, Daniel was gifted in understanding all sort of visions and dreams. In addition, why? Daniel was the one who took the lead, was the one who determined. Daniel was the one who pushed that motion that exempt us from all these things that you do that is ungodly. Take us and exempt us from them. So God did something special. When he rewarded all four, he added something special to Daniel. Daniel had an addition. He was gifted all sort of visions and dreams. Wow. I want to be like Daniel. If nobody is talking, if everybody just accepting the waywardness, the worldliness in the name of doing national service, it's not part of your job description to date someone over there. They can threaten you with it. Daniel decided to exempt himself. And when he bet on that, he was determined to do that. God rewarded all four and added an extra thing to Daniel. Wow. Wow. God added an extra thing to Daniel. No, at the end of your national service, listen, no matter whoever you decide to date, probably as I'm saying, you know, even mine, me, I'll go on. I like the guys. Don't worry. Service will come to an end very soon. It's not far. Your 3 years in school, your 4 years in school, your 6 years, your 7 years in school ended. Service will soon end. And when you are leaving, what God gave them, he gave them skill and knowledge in books, academic, in books and life. God rewarded them something that nobody can take them from them, can take from them for life. Oh, I like this song so much. Jesus gave to me, and no one can destroy it. I have joy in my heart, deep, deep down in my heart. There's something that can be taken from you when it's given to you, but there's something when God gives to you, no man can take from you. When Joseph's father Jacob gave him coat of many colors, it could be taken from him. But these wishes and understandings, it can never be taken from him. Joseph's coat of many colors was taken from him. Potiphar's wife held onto his coat, onto his coat. He removed it, he ran away. He was placed in prison. His duty was taken from him. The injustice couldn't take him from him like Daniel. By sowing seed, you will not get them by slave on you. You will get them by and how much you stand for God wherever you find yourself when you are dead. Daniel decided to bring her down, sit before and go on. Now lies your call to be determined. I need to my service as it is to serve this company to learn. By the time I'm back there, I'm living here with more fire in God. I'm living here a deeper understanding of God. Living here with more and skill and understanding. I didn't come here to date. I didn't come here to find husband. I to follow the Lord. Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all things shall be done to you. You have more to and take questions if there are questions. If anybody want to ask questions, please, the floor is open for questions. I'm checking to receive your questions as well. And if you want to ask a question, you can unmute and then ask. Oh, you should ask questions. Shy. If you want to see my to know that you have one problem, just there. I'm in there to receive. Question. Okay. It's during the national ceremony, touch on is they are talking relationship, marriage, at times we speak about finance, is how to invest. How do you budget your national service money? People will tell you it's too small. How to go about? Okay, we bring in expert do that. We spoke about let's talk about vaginal health. Talk about dental area, every area. So give room. If there are any areas you want out in the chat box or on Telegram page, you can drop them there, and then that will help also team plan along so that whatever that is being delivered is to suit and to address a need. Okay, we want to do that. It should be tailored towards the current need grounds. Okay, yeah. So we just have 5 minutes to close, and there are no questions coming in. We want to just pray. To make a decision and to stand upon it, just like you need beyond your willpower. Sometimes you get tired, but Bible, it is God who works in us both to will and of good pleasure. So we want to pray. I don't know what resolution you are making out of today's day. Into faith. Are you going to disappoint? Are you going to fall into traps, or you are going to stand the ball your own court? Going to pray. By strength shall no man prevail. This might is not by power, it is by His Spirit. You want to ask God for strength. You want to ask God for strength. You want to ask God. You ask God to help you. You want to ask Him to help you to stand. You want Him to help you. You want God to help you. You want You want to talk? You want God to help you. You've waited on God. You've made a decision to follow Him. Just like Daniel was in a strange place. The one in period decided time. He decided to decide time. He determined not value. He determined to give. He held on to it, and God helped. God can help you too. Listen, maybe you have tried before. If God help you, God help you, help. There's help for you in God. There's help for you in help for in God. Just 1 minute. There's help for God. Stand was an honest man, true to his words. He hated evil. He was most influential at his. Can you be that person about you? God can brag about you to stand. Look at this company. Look at all those who went to do national DC. Have you seen my daughter, my son? No one. Mm. Mm. God start about you. Can he start about it? Can he brag about you? Just like Jesus. This is beloved in whom I am. This is my beloved daughter in whom I am well pleased. This is my beloved son whose life brings glory to me. Can God say that about you? All what you have is the money they gave you, the money promised you, they send your account. At the end of the day, this will end. The money, actual witness that faith project everything. In Jesus' mighty name, we Father, we thank you. Thank you for today. Thank you for to us should know. We ask that you grant us the heart the desire, and the willingness. The heart, the desire, and to rather please you than anybody. In denying certain benefits, has to choose with you in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.
Amen.
God bless you so much for today's conference. Next month, another. So get the month of December. It's going to be a nice. So get. Okay. Okay. So the month of December, as communicated here on the page. So if today has been a blessing to you, just invite about it. Okay. Tell about it. And the recording is already up on YouTube. So as we are here, it's being streamed on YouTube. Send when we are done. And then you can go back to it and pray to write what you want to start your okay. Yeah. So next the month of December, we're going to talk about a city set here. A city set on a the month of January, we'll talk about financial things. Okay, yes, mostly national service after your first 3 months, that is when you are paid, especially all those public institutions, the private institution that you're receiving your even right at the end of this month. So mostly the third month. That is why the financial one is so it can be readily available within that time. Okay, so please take notice. Take note of. Okay. In the month of February, we'll be considering postgraduate opportunity, the process, euros, and all those kind of things. So if you're planning on international to do my master's, I want to do this, we are going to take that to February. And then in the month of March, we are going to have a leadership crash course, okay? A training for you to be a leader. And part one in the month of April. Afterwards, those who are interested in having a certificate for their learning will be for certificate come just we have a whole lot of so don't miss out on any month. All of them be checked. See you in the month of December. We continue in January. If you have any concerning question, please feel free to ask. Concern ask. It will be addressed or read me. Okay. Thank you so much for joining in. See you next month. Drop my number so you can call me or WhatsApp me as the need may be. Okay. For coming. Thank you so much for joining in. God bless you all. See you next month. Enjoy your service time. Enjoy your stay. Remember to make God proud. God bless you. Bye bye, everyone.